Hey, welcome back to my Amethyst tutorial series. This time we're looking at Pummel, so let's just skip all the nonsense and get straight to the Amethyst Run. Just like last time, please note the speedometer in the top right and the input display in the bottom right so that you can compare to your own runs when you end up going for this Amethyst yourself. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are on Pummel, and the first thing to do is as soon as you start the run is to immediately turn to the right and walk over this square so that you can land on this little bit of the stairs. Now if you remember from the movement tutorial, there's something called an above water boost, which I won't go too into detail, but basically being slightly above water is better than being on water. So if you land on here, you can walk off and get a small above water boost. Now the next part is hitting your head on the underside of this pillar. Doing it on this little section is faster but more difficult. So for Amethyst, I recommend just hitting your head on this part, and that'll put you nicely onto this ledge. Now the issue is that if you go too far onto this ledge, you'll actually get under this little lip. So when you jump, you'll hit your head. So you want to try and land on the edge here and kind of curve around so that you don't hit your head. So at full speed, hopefully I can get it, hit your head and keep holding jump until you come up to here. Now what I do is I jump from this point and just hold W and A, and that way I can pick up both Purify cards. And then we get to the difficult part of this. Now, if you're unaware, if you shoot a bullet in this game, you get a bit of a speed boost. And that also applies for your own Purify bombs. So if you look at my lateral, it's 18.75 cap, but as soon as I shoot my own Purify bombs, it goes significantly higher. So what you're doing in this strategy is you are shooting out your Purify bomb and shooting it as much as you can so that you can clear the gap, which actually, surprisingly, isn't the most consistent thing in the world. So there I made it across, so that would have worked. And the only thing to do on top of that is to look up and then throw and then slash your bombs. So you'll notice, if I throw my bomb normally, you'll see it follows a pretty consistent kind of curve. But if you slash your bomb, it gets launched into the stratosphere, and that also gives you a little bit of a speed boost, just like shooting a bullet does. So what you want to do when you're flying across the gap here is you want to throw and then slash your bomb into this section of this balloon. So if you throw it too late and throw it here, you'll notice it won't kill all of the balloons. So you need to throw it a little sooner than right under it, so that when you're going across, it kills all the balloons and opens up the ending. Now the issue with this strategy compared to the old strat is that this one is less consistent to get, but once you do get it, it's pretty much guaranteed to be Amethyst. So hopefully I can get it here. So like that, right? 6.4, that is comfortably Amethyst. In fact, that is 1 millisecond off of Sapphire. Low-key from the future here, I thought it'd be good to go in a little bit more detail about how to go about shooting these. So as soon as you pick up the card and kind of walk slightly up the ramp, you want to shoot out your bomb just a little bit over the fence, and then as you're shooting it, move your crosshair slightly to the right, because if you like tap fire, you'll notice it goes slightly down and to the left. However, since you're going up a slope, your crosshair will naturally go up and the Purify bomb will go down. So you don't really need to look up or down too much. Just slowly start looking to the right the more you tap, and you should be looking around this to like line up with it. And of course you do want to be tap firing this version, so look slightly to the right over time, and that'll get you across and get you a comfortable Sapphire. However, if you are struggling with new strat, you can just go and do old strat, which is when you pick up these two Purify cards, you shoot the bottom two and throw your bomb right here so that all the balloons die. It's actually a little more precise on where you need to throw your bomb, but it's way easier to get boosts doing that. See there, I missed. It's way easier to get boosts doing that than it is the new strat, except the issue with this one is that even if you get it, sometimes it won't be Amethyst, which in this case it was. Now, if you do plan to go for this strategy, you kind of need to, it all comes down to how many times you shoot your Purify boost, and you want to track it until it's at your feet. Like you want to keep tracking it until it's right below you. So if I do it again, you'll notice I keep shooting it even when it's at my feet, and that gives you a lot of speed. However, I only recommend doing this way if the new strat really isn't giving you any luck. Like there, if I actually hit the bomb, that would have been a sapphire. So I would recommend personally going for the new strategy. And if you've tried for like, you know, a little while and just can't get it, you can go back to doing this and you should still be able to get amethyst pretty quick. It's definitely one of the more lenient amethysts. So I believe in you. I definitely think you can get it. Good luck, and I'll see you on the gunner tutorial.